Question 5. We're given these points here, A, B, C, and D, and we're told that the line CD is perpendicular to AB, and we need to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of CD. So the gradient of the perpendicular bisector of CD, well, that's just going to be the gradient of AB, and to find the equation of that line, we're also going to need to know the midpoint of CD. So we're going to need to find K to help us do that. So the first thing then is we'll find the gradient of the line AB. So we'll write that as MAB. That's going to equal our change in Y over our change in X. So that's going to be minus 4 minus 2 over 7 minus 3. And that is equal to minus 6 over 4, which equals minus 3 over 2. So we know then the gradient of our line CD is going to be the negative reciprocal of negative 3 over 2. And that's because CD and AB are perpendicular. So we can note down then the gradient of our line CD, well, that's equal to 2 over 3. And we know the gradient is equal to the change in Y over the change in X. So on that line CD then, our change in Y is going to be 3 minus 3 over our change in X, which is K minus 2. And that was equal to 2 over 3. So what we get then is we're going to get 3 minus 3 is 6. So 6 over K minus 2 is equal to 2 over 3. So we can multiply this 6 by 3 and that 2 by K minus 2. So what we get then is we get 18 is going to be equal to 2 times K minus 2. So therefore 18 is equal to 2K minus 4. So 22 is equal to 2K, and therefore K is equal to 11. So now we'll find the midpoint of that line CD. So I'll just write down the coordinates of C and D again. So we know C, that's 2, negative 3. And we know D is 11, 3. So the midpoint of that line then, it's going to be the average of the X values for the X coordinate and the average of the Y values for the Y coordinate. So what we get then is we're going to get 2 plus 11 over 2 and minus 3 plus 3 over 2, and that is equal to, well, 2 plus 11 is 13, so 13 over 2 is 6.5, and minus 3 plus 3, well, that's just 0. So 0 over 2 is 0. Okay, so that's a point on the line of the perpendicular bisector of CD, and we've got the gradient of the line, because that's the gradient of AB, because AB is perpendicular to CD. So we can use that to find our equation of that perpendicular bisector of CD then. So the equation of a straight line is y minus y1 is equal to m, which is the gradient, x minus x1. And the coordinates, x1, y1, x1, y1, they're just any point on the line. So we've got our point on the line, we've got the gradient, so we can just plug in the values that we've got. So we know our y1 is 0, so we're going to have y minus 0 is equal to m, so our gradient, so that's negative 3 over 2, x minus, or our x1 is 6.5, so that is just y is equal to negative 3 over 2, x minus 6.5. Okay, so that is question 5.